Hey, welcome back to my channel, Cooking with Manual Focus, and today we're going to be making an absolutely delicious cheesecake. Now, the ingredients will be in the description box below. I got some graham crackers and my food processor out because we're going to be making an absolutely delicious homemade crust. Now, we're going in with some sugar, and then we're going to hit it with a little bit of salt, and we want to make sure that this mixture is well incorporated before we add the butter. Now, while we slowly add that butter in, and it turns into like a kinetic sand mixture, you want to go back and then you want to open it up, hit the sides, give it a little mix, because that butter, and because it's a little bit denser, it's going to fall to the bottom. As you give it a couple more pulses and everything is well mixed in, you're going to take it out and then you're going to give it a squeeze, and if it looks like that, you're in the game. Now, while butter this 9-inch spring-form pan, take the time out, smash that subscribe button, and turn on those notifications. Now it's time to do a little construction work. We're going to take about 50 to 60% of this graham cracker mixture, and then we're going to form a wall. Now, as you see here, the technique that I'm using with this glass is I'm taking from the inside and then going out, and then this is going to build a wall for you. And then you can use your thumb and then you can start building the top of that crust. Now, if you don't like a crust, you can cut this recipe in half and then just use a base. Now, we're going to form our base with the rest of that graham cracker mixture. And if you got too much of a base, then you can go back and then fan it back out. And then, like I said, you can use your fingers and then make that perfect crust. Now, what we want to do with this crust, we're going to take this into the oven, 375 degrees for 15 minutes while we make our filling. Now, while we let that bake in the oven, we're going to work on our cream cheese filling. Now, cream cheese at room temperature is going to be a lot easier to work with, so make sure it's room temperature. Now, we're going in with some sugar, a little bit of cornstarch, and then we're gonna hit it with some salt. And I'm using my stand mixer today, and we're gonna put this on like a medium speed. And then, just because it's a stand mixer, make sure that you bring it back up, hit those sides, and take that mixture off that beater brush. You want everything to be well incorporated together. You don't want nothing on the sides or in the bottom. And then we're gonna bring this back to a mix. And this is why I say room temperature cream cheese is perfect to work with. Now you see this, it's nice, soft, it's silky, and this is easy to work with. Now, this part of the process, you don't have to worry about over mixing. You just want to make sure that everything's incorporated. Now, I'm gonna hit those sides again, and I'm gonna take everything off that beater because we're gonna be adding some additional ingredients, and this is gonna take that filling to the next level. This is what you want to do. So now we're going to add some sour cream. This is going to thin out that cream cheese. And then we're going to hit it with a little bit of lemon zest. Give it a nice little citrus note. Now save that lemon because you can make some lemonade with it. Now we're going in with a little bit of vanilla extract. And then we're going to give this a mix. Now look at that right there. Like I said, nice creamy mixture so far, and that sour cream really does thin it out. Now we're gonna hit those sides again, and like I said, we just want to make sure that everything is well incorporated. And this, again, is the reason why you want to go with room temperature cream cheese, because it's going to make it absolutely easy. Now, we're going to introduce our eggs and egg yolks. Now, in this step of the process, it's very critical that you do not over mix it. You do not want a bunch of air and it's going to turn into like a meringue mixture. You want to make sure that you got it on a low speed, just enough for those eggs to mix into that cream cheese mixture, right? Now, once you got all your eggs in, to this mixture, it's going to look something like this. And then you want to hit those sides again if you're using a stand mixer like I'm using. Now, that looks amazing. We're going to take this up just a notch, and we're going to let everything come together. And again, like I said, don't over mix it. So about 20 to 30 seconds should be good on like a low mixing speed. And then you just, wait for it to become perfect, just like so. And now you in the game. You got a nice cheesecake filling. Now 15 minutes is up and our cheesecake crust is ready to go. Now we're gonna take that nice silky creamy filling and we're gonna fill this 9-inch spring-form pan with that delicious crust, and we're gonna get it ready to go. So no, filling left behind, get everything out, and then you want to smooth that top out, just like that song in the background. You want to make sure it's smooth. Now we're gonna put this in the oven for an hour at 325 degrees, and then after the hour is up, you're gonna take it out, and it should jiggle for you a little bit. Turn your oven off. This is key. But as you bring it out, look at that jiggle right there. Hope you can see it on that screen, but as I put it back, you see that jiggle. That's what you're looking for. Now it's going to remain in the oven for 45 minutes, and you want to let it cool down before you put it into the fridge. No hot cheesecake in the fridge. It'll be a whole disaster for you. But look at that right there. Perfect, no cracks. Look at that crust. Now we're going to let this cheesecake chill overnight. Actually, mine stayed in there for 2 days. Now I got some strawberries, and we're going to be making a cheesecake topping. So what we're going to do is take some nice looking strawberries, and we're going to take off the top, and then we're going to have these just like so. Now I got my Dutch oven. We're going to place them inside. We're going to put this on like a medium heat. We're going to add a little bit of sugar, and then we're going to hit it with a cornstarch slurry. And this is going to be like a thickening agent, and it's going to make for a nice topping. So we're going to give this a stir. We're going to keep it moving, and you can see that slurry mix is going to turn like a grayish red. Now some people do use food coloring to get like a vibrant, bright red, but as you can see here, it's going to be red enough, and then it's going to turn colors. Look at that right there. That looks absolutely amazing, and it's thickened up, and you're ready to go. Nice, perfect topping, and it looks good, and I know it's going to taste good. So we're going to take this topping, and we're going to put it on this cheesecake, and we in the game. And then this is the beauty about baking, man. It doesn't have to look perfect. What you're putting on top is going to hide some of those imperfections. Now, just remember, nothing left behind. So everything that you got on that bowl, a little bit of that sauce, man, go ahead and scrape it off and put it on there. Now, make that thing look good, and you in the game. Look at that crust. You see those strawberries, and then we're going to take a slice. Look at that. Looks absolutely delicious, fam. Alright folks, fam, there you have it. You seen that absolutely delicious, scrumptious looking cheesecake, and you already know what we gotta do. And we about to go in the holidays, so we got you in the game on this one. So we gotta get us a taste test, and here we go. Cheers. Now that's absolutely delicious. Now, creamy, delicious. Now you in the game with this. Tastes absolutely amazing. And you already know what I got to do. I got to smash into this. But before I do, thank you guys so much. 5,000 subscribers. I appreciate everybody that's watched the channel, everybody that's liked, everybody that's subscribed. And we'll see you guys later. And I got to roll out.